Oh yeah, there's like 3 or 4 big double door entrances to this place. Yeah, each one of these you could drive a semi-trailer through.
Sorry, Discord keeps randomly dying for zero reason. Could you is what you say?
Yeah, there's like 4 entrances to this warehouse. Each of them a set of double roller doors that a truck could drive through.
Awesome.
Just awesome. Is there like an upper level to this warehouse where someone could like pop out of?
Not particularly, but there is a lot of beam work, iron, and truss work up near the roof.
Okay.
How much noise is in this region?
Oh, there's about 2 noise. There's a lot of glitchy stuff, and some of the matrix repeaters and nodes have been taken offline by, gangers coming around and stealing them for parts.
No problem. Van Winkle will look for wireless icons in the area.
Currently, there are no wireless icons in the area.
Okay.
Is there can I like do like a perception check like just to see if there's anything like in the beams or trusses I should be on the lookout for?
You could, but there's nothing.
Okay.
All right. I'll pop a psych just to psych myself up.
Cool. You guys just, keep waiting around until... yeah, I'm going to need the drugs beamed to me at the end of the run, but you guys keep waiting around until, a minute after the meet time. At which point you start hearing a sound of crunching tires on the sort of gravel, impromptu road, asphalty stuff that's around this place. And through one of the doors rolls a heavy SUV. It pulls up into the middle of the warehouse, and 2 men carrying AKs at like a low sling step out and motion for the 4 of you to walk over towards the SUV.
Oh god. Really?
Van Winkle will approach in such a way that he's standing in the back of the group and several people are standing in front of him.
Then
Alright.
yeah, I can stand in front of the other people if no one else is willing to go first.
Alright.
Orchid will, adjust her wolf helmet a little bit, and she's wearing this large wolf pelt over her head, and she's going to step forward a little bit, and since the rest of her runners are there, and she's going to like whisper, "Hey, should we like, I don't know, do a DNI or something?" to one of the other runners, maybe Atlas or Van Winkle.
You could, okay, yeah, you can just send a DNI request to people, but that reminds Van Winkle that he should send DNI requests to these 4 people.
Yeah, no,
Accepted.
Okay, Orchid will accept the DNI request.
Right. So upon seeing them, I'll be like, "Hey, are you guys, like here for the thing,
These 2 men who are wearing, heavy jackets, carrying their AKs, solid boots, just like look at you. And then once you're within about 10 meters of the car, one of them goes to the back door of the heavy SUV, opens it, and out steps elf of indeterminate age. They're an adult elf, but, well, they don't look old and they don't look young. They look vaguely Hispanic, but you can't really tell. There's just sort of a slight olive cast to their skin. They have no hair. They're actually shaved bald, and their eyes twinkle with an intensity.
Do they look male or female?
Highly androgynous.
Very nice.
Typical elf.
Hello. This is a rather simple operation. Go to Batsu State Systems. place this chip, and she holds up a data chip, well, a chip of some kind, in the desk of Angelica Phillips, replacing the chip that will be there. This other chip, upload the contents of this to their host.
That seems simple enough.
Good.
But
You have 24 hours. The pay will be 12,000 new yen.
That's a rather short period of time. But
And that's
fine.
why the pay is 50% higher than the going street rates for this sort of operation. I do not even require subtlety.
I need to know, is that 12,000 for
Each.
all of us?
Yes.
I'll DNI to him. I'll DNI to him. Shh. That's what he means. But Van Winkle will DNI to him. But yeah. So you said, my friend, you said that subtlety's not important for this mission. Does that mean it doesn't matter if we get caught or if anyone gets hurt? Are these going to be problems?
Not on my end.
All right. And you said you need the data from this uploaded to the host.
The data
I
from
take-
this chip, the blue one, needs to be placed on the host. The data from this black chip should not even be inspected, and the chip should be physically planted in the same location as a very similar looking chip in Angelica Phillips' desk.
I see. All right, so that's pretty good operational terms to work with. It's just the lack of time is going to make things a little difficult. I'm gonna have to ask, based on these terms, that you raise the pay to 14,000 each instead of 12,000.
I'm going to have to ask you that you realize you're asking for an increase over my already stated 50% increase over street rates for this operation.
Over DNI, I'm just gonna tell him that I have no objections to 12,000 personally.
DNI, I do.
I mean, I understand that you must always attempt to get every single little new yen you can get your hands on, but do you really expect me to oblige your greed?
It's more about reaching a compromise, my friend. All of us have a healthy business relationship, and
Alright, roll
What's
your
the-
negotiation pool.
Orchid's gonna say over DNI. Just when she said that, she's gonna be like, "Yes."
Can we assist?
No.
I can only take one assist, anyways. So here it comes. Yeah, well, it was worth a shot.
All right then.
Decker
Uh-huh.
negotiating with a face, but you know what? I tried, guys. It's fine.
Good try. Good try.
Well, you make a compelling case, my friend. I see where you're coming from, and yeah, I think that
Very
now that
well.
you've
This third chip contains the escrow codes for the payment. There are two escrows. The first has already been released. It contains 8,000 new yen. The second escrow is locked. I will release it when the job is completed. Do not worry about informing me or contacting me. I have my own methods. And that escrow contains 40,000 new yen. Very well. You have 24 hours. Good day. And with that, the elf just climbs back inside the SUV. The two bodyguards, climb in after her, and it, nicely rolls out and drives out of the warehouse.
I'll just wave as he leaves.
all right.
Ah,
Wait, so to clarify out of character, we have 3 chips total right now. 1 black, 1 blue, and the payment.
Yes.
And the blue one just needs to be uploaded to the host, like, of the Batsu State Systems.
Apparently, the black one needs to be replaced by.
okay.
Can you
Hey,
stop that, please?
Yeah, can you go push to talk, Cal, please?
Yes, I require push to talk. It's in the job description.
So, anyways, yeah, based on my understanding, we have to physically replace a chip, and then we also have to do a data upload. Those are the two components of the job, and probably not get caught doing the physical replacement because that would defeat the purpose of doing a swap. So, yeah, what I think we should do now is find a place to do some legwork while I investigate their host and possibly dive in. We could probably get half of this done if they have a host that's available. I might be able to do the data upload just in the next couple hours. But if not, if they have a private host, then we're probably going to have to I'm going to have to sneak in there, which will be a little problematic. But I mean, I'm confident in our abilities. So, yeah.
Sounds good.
So we should
Eh,
do some legwork. I'll dive the host, or I'll look for the host, and then I'll dive it. And then a couple of you guys should go out and just scope out the facilities on the physical and the astral without drawing too much attention to yourselves. I noticed you have an Americard. Does that Americard have chameleon coding and spoof chips?
yes, it does. No, it doesn't have chameleon coding, but it does have spoof chips.
Yeah, mine also has morphing and morphing license plate and spoof.
Yep, same.
Who's got chameleon coding?
Cool, so what are you guys going to do?
Let's find a no-tell motel to set up shop. I'll dive their host. And then another team goes out and inspects the facilities. How does that sound, guys?
Yeah, sounds good.
On the way there, Atlas is gonna look over to the team and be like, you know what sounds fishy to me? This Johnson said he doesn't require subtlety. And then requests us to swap something out, which is like an action that is based on subtlety.
Yeah, that is really suspicious. So I don't, and he even says not to contact him either. So
Yeah, like what the hell?
All right.
So we need to find a motel nearby, a no-tell motel nearby. That's our first option.
Sure,
Yep.
it's Renton. It's pretty easy since you're in a semi-industrial area. There's a variety of coffin motels, love shacks, and joy palaces that you can choose from. You find, the closest one. It's cheap, it's cheerful, it's by the hour. For people rolling in, just doesn't raise any eyebrows because it's operated entirely by terminal. You walk in, you go up to the terminal, you just slot in the number of hours you want in a cred stick, and you get a no-tell motel room.
Great.
Okay.
So are we still in a 2 noise zone?
Yes, you are.
Great. Well, do any of you magical types have spells that could raise my logic or intuition at all?
Don't use the name of the...
Van Winkle looks to the 2 magical types and asks them if they might be able to raise his logic or intuition.
Yeah, don't use the name of the attributes.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Van Winkle looks to the 2 magical types and asks if they have any spells that might be able to raise my cognitive abilities, to improve my cognitive abilities.
All right, so...
If not, that's fine. Van Winkle will just go ahead and well, actually, before we do that, let's figure out who's going to go scope out the physical facility. Can any of you guys perceive astrally?
Nope.
Yes, I can. I could send a spirit to investigate if we want.
That might be a good first step, but I mean, you'll see things on your own that you might. We also have to do a physical look at this place.
yeah, I'm
Pretty
thinking
good at
that us 3
Well-
should all go.
Do you have a car I could relax in while I go myself? I'd rather not collapse on the side of the street, if you know what I'm saying.
You're in a
I have a
no-tell
car.
motel.
Okay.
There's a couple of beds that you can crash on.
That's fine then. That sounds much better than the alternative.
So you don't, Orchid, you don't need to be there in person to perceive it, right?
No, not at all.
So